Hey folks, Randy here doing cut and trim. So I'm recording this the morning that I posted the video about getting a free steel blower. So if you've seen that video, uh, or if you haven't seen it, I posted a video where I was saying I got my free steel blower, and it's because I went from using a backpack to a handheld, which was giving me about 125 bucks per year in fuel savings, and I had hit the point in the season where the blower had paid for itself and is now actually making me money. And got some comments on it, and there was one comment in particular that actually kind of made me laugh. I don't know if he was being funny or not, but it did make me laugh. But I wanted to kind of respond to it because I think there's a mindset difference that we need to talk about. So in this comment, I'm not going to say the dude's name. It says, just in case he wasn't kidding, but in the comment he says, get a broom, save gas money. Get a real mower, save even more. Carry it all. Who needs a truck? Build up your muscles. Why don't you just worry about expanding your income using nice equipment and living a bigger life through expansion? Time is the most precious asset we have, and your best spent time is growing, not saving gas with a cheap blower. Now, you're right. That last sentence, you are correct, sort of. Time is the most precious asset we all have, and your time is best spent growing, not saving gas with, well, that part's not correct, saving gas with a cheap blower. So let's just kind of dive into this. Now, obviously, when I'm talking about things and I'm telling you why I'm doing what I'm doing and why, it's based on my business and my business model. We specialize in servicing small properties. Right now, we're servicing, at this exact moment, at this recording, we're servicing 108 properties. Of those 108, I believe either 2 or 3 of them are larger than a quarter acre. That's it. So of those 107 or 108, less than, I won't look it up, I don't feel like doing that. It's annoying when you watch somebody on a computer look stuff up. But of that 108 customers, 3 of them are over a quarter of an acre. And I would bet you more than half are less than a sixth of an acre. We get in, get out fast. And the reason we get in and get out fast is because we focus on making sure we're being as absolutely efficient as possible. Now you might be saying, Randy, a handheld blower is not as efficient as a backpack blower. And if you're doing commercial properties or larger properties with a lot of blowing, you're absolutely correct. However, on small properties, you're wrong. And I'm just going to do some math. It's going to be annoying, especially for those of us that didn't do well. I squeaked through college algebra with a D. So, I mean, I understand, man. So, I timed it with my setup. I'm not talking about yours. I'm talking about mine. With my setup, it takes approximately 25 seconds to walk to where the backpack blower is, undo the lock, lift the backpack blower off of its rack, set it on the ground if it's like a first start in the morning, pull it, start it, throw it on my back. That whole process takes about 25 seconds. Then I have to walk to the wherever it is I need to blow. So I won't count that time. I should, but I won't count that time because it's different for each property. So we'll just say 25 seconds. The time it takes for me to pick up my handheld blower and turn it on, 5 seconds. Because it just sits in the truck. It's in a hidden part of the back of the truck. You don't even see it unless you walk right up to the truck. And it's not secured. So it takes 5 seconds. So that's a 20-second time savings. Now we generally do about 15 to 20 lawns a day. That's about where we're at. So 15 to 20 times I save 20 seconds in a day. Oh, and that doesn't count the reload process, which takes another 15 seconds. So now we're up to 35 seconds load unload for, no, that's not true, 40 seconds load unload for the backpack, 10 seconds for the handheld. So 40 10, that's a 30-second difference. 30 seconds times 20 lawns equals 600 seconds. 600 seconds times 5 days equals 3,000 seconds. Now if we divide 3,000 seconds by 60 seconds to get the minutes, that's 50 minutes a week that we're saving. My average lawn takes me 22 minutes and I make $35 on average. So if we divide 50 by 22 minutes, we get 2.27 blah blah blah. And if we multiply that by 35, we get $79.54. Multiply that by 4. By using a handheld blower and changing nothing else, I allow myself not only the ability to save all that money on fuel, I give myself, with adding no time to my day, adding no time, still starting and stopping at the same time every day. Just by doing that little change, I provide myself the opportunity to make $318 additional per month. My lawn season is 7 months generally, so we'll multiply this by 7. So just from going to a handheld, from a backpack blower to a handheld, just doing that, nothing else, I allow myself, using no additional time, to make an additional $2,227.27 per year, just doing that. Not doing anything else, not upgrading the equipment, not getting a tighter route, doing nothing else, just making that little change from one piece of equipment to another. That's why I do it, okay? You've got to know your numbers, and you've got to look into them, and you've got to find those opportunities. When I tell people I do 20 lawns in a day by myself, they think I'm either nuts or lying. But it's these kinds of things that allow me to do that. It's these kind of things that allow me to measure and figure out the time per 1,000 square feet that a piece of equipment can do based on a typical lot size for me, and then determine what's the best piece of equipment to use. A 52-inch walk behind is a poor decision for my business. It just is. It's bad because so many of my properties have gated backyards, and those gates are small. Like they're typically like 40 inches or even 36 or sometimes even smaller. And so a 52-inch mower, yeah, I'll get that front yard done nice and fast. But in my area, the backyard is always bigger. And so not only am I not able to use the 52-inch for the largest parts of the property, I lose minutes loading the 52 back up, pulling the 36 out, and going back there. And those minutes that I lose don't get made up by the speed that it gets the front yard done. You lose time. You've got to. You've got to focus on how you can do things as efficiently as possible, because that allows you to make more money. I don't like talking numbers on here. I do it every once in a while. I kind of give you a little snippet of what I'm talking about. I don't like talking numbers. We've made more money every single year that we've been in business. This year, the worst month we had was, I think, was 25% more than that month the previous year. The worst month we've had this year. Most months, all the other months have been either. The second worst month we've had this year was 33% more than the year previous. Several of them have been double. Okay, and we've been going that way the whole time we've been in business, and that's because we focus on making sure we can make as much money as possible while spending as little as possible. It's a $150 blower, you know? It's working perfectly. Using that $150 blower, I mean, I don't know how many thousands of times it's been started since we bought it last year. But it's getting the job done, and it's getting the job done efficiently. You know, guys are talking about like, oh, you need to invest in nice equipment. No, you don't. That's a convenience. You know, like when the winter comes, I have no payments. None. And I'm not going to have any. You know, folks say you need to have like, oh, a nice truck. I paid $1,500 for my truck. It hasn't had anything but regular maintenance done since I bought it. I bought it in October of last year. It's still running perfectly. And it was a $1,500 truck. My mower, it was made in 1996. It's 2019. The thing's 23 years old. It just needs to be fixed, just repaired. You know, if you don't know how to fix those things, well, you should get an older machine so you can learn how. It's a fantastic skill. I don't even want to know how many thousands of dollars and time lost I've saved by learning to work on my own stuff. You know, I have a Toro Time Master. I paid $1,000 for it. I paid cash for that. You know, my trimmer I paid cash for. My blower I paid cash for. I paid cash for the truck. I paid cash for. There's no debt. So in this fall and in the winter, when work goes down to either basically nothing or absolutely nothing, nobody's bothering me. Nobody's looking to get money from me. I own all my own stuff, you know. So I just, when I read that comment, it just kind of like triggered this in me, and I wanted to talk to you about it because it's a lie when they say you need the best, the nicest, and the best stuff. It's a lie. You don't. You need the stuff that'll get the job done, you know? I mean, yeah, obviously, if you're doing bigger properties, bigger mower, definitely better, obviously. I don't think there's no debate to be had there. When I'm doing what I'm doing, it's what's in the best interest for my business. And I just wanted to share that. You know, because YouTube, like most of my YouTube videos, I'm kind of just doing it on the fly, and I research maybe 10 seconds of what I'm about to say. But I wanted to explain to you guys, like, you know, yeah, gas savings, but it's so much more. You know, that blower, it's saving me on gas, but going to a handheld, using a handheld blower gives me the opportunity to make an additional $2,200 every single year. Why wouldn't I do that? And if you wouldn't do that, what's going on with you? That's weird. That doesn't make any sense to me at all, you know. So I just want to talk to you guys about that. Just kind of give you a little brief, no, not brief. This thing says it's been going on for 13 minutes, but just kind of a brief discussion of the numbers. So I hope this was helpful to you. Hopefully this will give you the opportunity to kind of think about what ways you can save more time and make more money. You know, sometimes buying a brand new piece of equipment or upgrading a piece of equipment is the way to go. Sometimes downgrading a piece of equipment is the way to go. When I first started my business, if you told me using a handheld blower was better for our business than using a backpack, I would not have believed you. I just wouldn't. That doesn't make any sense to me. It still doesn't make sense to me now, but I see the numbers, and it's correct. So, it's Randy with Doing Cut and Trim. Hope this was helpful to you. Have a good one.